the club is seeking legal advice
before they release a statement.
to release a statement whether to decontract, how to manage the whole thing itself.
So the question is this really his plan? To make the club say, I don't want you anymore? Or this is his exit plan to get out of the club?
I think because he's being bound by the contract. And I think during the the transfer window itself, there is no club wanted him, rumored. Clubs wanted
for his price or even for his attitude.
I think it's
maybe both.
Maybe both.
I think it's like attitude. I think since in Real everyone knows in some way, one way or another. I think it's his wages that actually make him unapproachable. I felt that the first part is more like introduction. Is the second part might be more topic to go.
You were saying that did he do the right thing to go to Piers Morgan?
Okay. Bottom line is, to me, I think before the interview, right? I think what all of us have as a certain assumption about CR7. Oh my gosh, this interview is going to create cracks. This is the kind of person he is, and I feel that he going through this interview just solidifies the fact that he is a selfish person. He is a selfish person. It's always CR7 first. But watching that 47 minutes interview, there is a part of me that feels that it's a legit reason that he is going to this interview. Because as now, other than being a superstar player, he's a public figure. He is now considered as a public figure. A football player that has, like, just what you say, almost half a billion. Half a billion. The highest followers in Instagram for a football player, that says a lot. He is a public figure. So being in public, right, there are certain things he has to save to a certain extent.
Protect his image.
But
the image is being tarnished in some ways because he's using excuses to excuse himself from the final game.
Yeah, I thought you support him.
I'm like real. There's a point in time
Real
that
Madrid.
you have to stop. The thing is,
he crossed the line to you.
He crossed the line.
By doing this interview, he crossed the line.
Okay.
From James, the supporter of CR7.
Yeah, man.
We
were surprised.
From Sew to sewage.
Okay. Why?
Down the drain.
Why? First,
From sea to sewage.
not sui.
Sway also lah.
Okay. Why?
Wow.
He reported sick, not to play the game, but he went for the interview. I think that is something that, as a professional player, you shouldn't do it. You want to do it in a nicer way. Inform someone or something like that. Okay, it might be the club may not.
If he informs someone, the club may not.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. No, the thing is, but by reporting sick, it's not portraying a very good image. As a public figure, you're telling me that you are going around the club back and release such a statement.
But the villain here is the club. I think the club is rotten.
The club has been like this. I never. Okay, certain part that he said, the facility, the this, the that. I'm not surprised.
He has never changed. He was saying that in the interview that he found that whatever happened when he was in Manchester United last time, he has never changed. He has never progressed. Even the kitchen, the training grounds, and all the facilities.
I think it's not surprising. I think Just also say that Gary Neville 2-3 years ago say that the roof is falling. I'm not surprised. You have an owner who wants to cash cow the club, taking the dividends, and the debt is still 600 million.
Yeah. So Ronaldo is a hero because if he had followed the club will never allow him to go for the interview. So he's going out, and you know how he don't trust media. Football media, football news agencies. So he goes to Piers Morgan and release it.
It's still not right.
I think it's a good thing.
No,
he's exposing the rot of the club.
This is the evidence of like how the interview has been going. It's like for us being detractors of CR7, right? Before this, right? Before this interview, going through the interview, we are the ones who are blaming CR7 more. And then he starts to see it as somebody daring to go against the
flow.
daring
club?
to go against the management or the club and voicing out all these
Telling the
negatives.
truth. Just telling
tells
the truth, guys.
This guy finally, whatever that CR7 has done so far, right? This is the straw that broke James' back. This is the line that he draws. He doesn't want people to play his backside or the club's backside. Sorry, not your backside. Club's backside. Other than that, of course, I'm a detector of CR7, thinking that he's selfish, and I still think he's selfish. But after looking at the interview or watching the interview, I feel that he, as a human being, he has legit reasons actually, because it dawns to me that before this, there are a lot of people who has voiced about the club, Manchester United, before, which is like Zlatan, Mourinho, Tevez, all the players that come out and
Di Maria.
Alexis Sanchez, correct.
Di Maria.
Di Maria. So they were made the villains by voicing out about the club,
But they were telling the truth.
but they were actually just telling a bit of the truth. And if you combine together,
You get CR7.
Huh?
CR7 is basically the cream on the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
So
there
many
is-
people
so many
has
people,
tried to
yeah.
show us the rod of the club.
The role of the club is already shown now there, guys. It's not surprising things like this. The stadium is rotting. The facility is not upgraded. I put across to you. If my club owner keep on getting a dividends, but there's a chunk of debts not clear, why? If the chunk of debt not clear, and they are getting the dividend, definitely they won't pump in money to actually repair the pothole around the stadium.
Yeah, that's why I support Ronaldo for saying the truth.
It's not right. If you want to be a role model, you want to be a public figure, it's not going around.
Okay, I ask you first. When is the right time for him?
If you want to throw tantrum, okay?
After he chow?
That's a tantrum.
No, if you want to throw tantrum,
I don't think it's a tantrum.
no. If you want to throw tantrum, you want to leave the club, all those stuff, put it this way, MIA.
MIA is...
Wait, kena DB.
MIA is... I think it's a bit worse than...
Yeah, but
It's the same level as him going through this interview.
what was the difference between I asked you for the last 10 of 2 minutes to come down the pitch?
What should have been done? What could he
Do
have
a Gary
done?
Bale.
Why am I talking?
Do a Gary Bale. Sit down there, cross a leg, play golf, whatever. You know, MIA 1-2 games. You know, something like Gary Bale in Real Madrid.
Uh-huh.
He did MIA in preseason. He did MIA.
Okay. That one
when
I
the game
defend him.
full-
That one
Yeah,
I
he
defend
defend
But
him.
he did explain.
He
that-
did show all this.
Yeah.
No, the thing is,
he did explain
I
that
can
preseason.
understand.
Yeah.
I
In
can
the-
defend that.
In the
Yeah.
interview, he did explain
Ah.
that he MIA because
Of the kid.
Yeah.
That one, no issue.
Yeah.
I have no
Okay
issue.
lah.
I'm a parent of
okay.
two as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so the thing is, that is okay.
Yeah.
But the later part, I asked you to come down for 2 minutes. You see, the thing is, as you mentioned, Ten Hag, in that part is the juicy part. I really don't know what is the relationship.
which has not been...
Later.
Haven't shown yet. Haven't shown yet.
haven't
At the
yet.
time of
It's not shown
recording.
yet. At the time of recording, it's not shown yet.
Yeah.
Part 2.
So that is the part. Then Ten Hag has been saying that I'm happy to work with him. You know, he's a professional. All those, but
Ten Hag is two-faced. oh my
my
Just makes the
goodness.
crowd worse.
if you say Two-Face itself, there's really have to see what is going on. You really have
for
to see.
me, I've always said, okay, with all this time, one whole season and plus last season, right, that we have been talking about Ronaldo this, Ronaldo that. How come we cannot explain his actions and all that?
Yeah.
I have asked, he should come out and make a statement. He should come out and talk and say, okay, this is the clarification. To me, this is the
It
clarification.
takes an Arsenal fan to make him come out.
For those of you who do not know, Piers Morgan is an Arsenal fan.
And guys, one of the interview, he present him Arsenal number 7 to him.
Yeah, that one is a stupid.
And he won. He won.
It's a stupid suggestion.
Speed.
That's a stupid
So
suggestion.
weak.
Stupid suggestion. To suggest that Ronaldo go to Arsenal. Please don't.
With
need.
Jesus.
Don't need. I want to keep the average age at Arsenal at 20 plus.
I just feel that the whole thing, the club didn't manage well. Ten Hag might be also part of it. But the thing is,
Whatever he say, he is saying the same thing as you. He's saying that Rangnick is not a manager. He's saying that the club is rotten, right? So he's saying that there's a lot of players who are not pulling their weight. So he's saying what you have been saying.
Okay.
why? Very simple. I didn't know who is Ten Hag. Who is Rangnick? One thing.
He also don't know. He also said he don't know. What are you talking about? He also say.
First of all, but there is some fans saying that wow, he's good. He's the the father of gen pressing, whatever. I'm like,
we don't take that away from him because he's the one who developed this kind of football tactics, right?
But,
so we don't take it away. But
the thing is, I emphasize very, very to the point is
I remember that point actually.
how many years the last time that he coached a team is when?
And you were saying that because as a football director, he's not the full manager, why would the players listen to him? And now, yes, I agree. This line, I've been like saying that as a manager, you should just support the manager. But this line dawns to me like when CR7 says it, it's like, okay lah, actually it does make sense in a way that you don't know who this guy is.
And he's not being respected as a coach.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But my point of view is he's not a permanent coach.
Yeah.
And you don't demand if you demand about I want to sign this guy, I want to sign that guy. But I do not know what future lies ahead.
I think he was saying that you get a German sporting director to advise coming into English Premier League. The experience is different. Bundesliga and English Premier League is different.
It's different. It's a different environment.
Yeah.
The thing is, you need a manager and a sporting director to go together.
Correct.
You need two people together. But they bring in one sporting director to become a manager, and then suddenly say that you become sporting director, and then we get another manager to work with you, and that takes one season. So the timing doesn't go hand in hand. And
I think it's very typical of the club.
But the thing is,
they are making Ronaldo to become a scapegoat.
which is true.
Yeah.
You have to
It has
agree that.
always been like that. They have always made Mourinho to be the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Ole
Respect.
and all that. Yeah.
Respect,
man.
Number 3.
I don't think at a point of time when Rangnick was appointed, Ronaldo was the scapegoat. Because it's too early in the season. That's one thing. The whole saga is when the club is falling down after Ole. Rangnick starting was okay. As time goes by, the club actually falling down. I always say that if you want to appoint a sporting director, Ole shouldn't be sacked. If he has experience, he passed on to the manager who is
Okay, I ask you, all this decision is by who?
the board.
So the club
But the thing is,
It's rotten to the
club is
core,
rotten.
guys.
Yes,
the
that's
thing
what
is,
I'm saying.
the thing is, I also
Yes,
mentioned to
no.
you guys that the club, the board, make a decision in US timing.
Yeah, that's why Ronaldo is not wrong.
I didn't know the thing. His action to the interview is wrong.
So okay, basically, right, let me summarize this, or this is what I think. I think amongst the three of us, right, I'm the most neutral. Somehow, I don't know why I'm the most neutral, because I feel that the timing of this interview, it's just nice, but it's not the right timing. Why just nice? Is because CR7 has brought up this darkness in the club into the light, and people realize the club is actually Manchester United club is like that. Usually people will say once you're out of the club, then you say all these things is okay. But the thing is, if he does that, the impact will not be as great as
Correct.
now.
And it's
So
the right time.
It's the right time.
When does he have to wait? January?
Yeah.
When? Now is the time because the EPL is done, taking a break, and it's World Cup season.
Correct. That's right.
Right? So there's a lot of reflection that can be done.
Why don't do it one day after the game?
What game after what game?
After what game?
The league has ended, or one day before the game.
No, the impact will not be there, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is the
The
best
impact will be there because, sorry if I sound a bit agitated, the impact will be there because he's CR7. It doesn't matter the timing, yes, but the timing of right now, you reported you are not well, and yet you invited.
See, don't get me wrong. He still is wrong by doing this, by going behind saying that I'm not feeling well, but actually he's going to this interview. That's wrong.
But the thing is, the club, the last game, we almost had a draw. I'm expecting him to be in a sub to actually, or in a starting lineup to actually win slightly more comfortable.
He won't make a difference, man. He won't make a difference. All this while, you guys are winning, right? Without him being in the difference.
No,
So
there is always the presence of him. What I'm trying to say is, if you think the club is still in you, it's either before or after. Not
but that's really
the
wrong.
game.
I think he don't feel the club inside in his heart really. The only
This is not the club that he grew up with.
Yeah. This is not
This
the
is
club,
not the
30
club
years
that I
ago.
also grew up with,
It's
but
the same club that he left 30 years ago because the jacuzzi all same. But basically the direction of club is not there. It's zero direction.
Yeah, but the thing is, the fans.
He has grown up, but the club never grow up.
Yeah, but the thing is, even me, I have been saying the club is not.
But see, you are one of the few million people in the world that has no impact. Even you
Correct.
say
When
the
you
club
say
sucks.
how many of our viewers, there's only 10 views.
Sometimes 20
but
on a good day.
Sometimes
But the
correct
thing-
in our channel.
Yes, but the thing is
but when
CR7.
he do that, even though it's not one day after, it's now.
Now,
Because they have to edit the trailer. They have to edit the trailer and all that.
Yeah.
So now is the time. 440 million followers
Yes.
will know it.
And it's not just his fans, football fans, his haters will watch this and make their own assumptions. But
Yeah.
no matter what, he puts into light this.
And it's good because he doesn't go to the football media, because if he goes to them, his interview might be
definitely.
might be manipulated.
Yes.
At least he goes to Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan will release everything
Yes. For the views.
for the views.
No, I'm okay with Piers Morgan interviewing. It's just
I know
that
I know if you
the
feel betrayed,
last
you feel
game.
betrayed by him.
No, the last game of the season, I still talk to him. Hey, you still got Ronaldo in your team. He's not in the lineup.
Before that, I bought the week.
The thing is, because it's the last game and we are keeping pace with Spurs and our goal difference are not fantastic. I do want to win as a club itself, but
Okay, well, he kept quiet, what? Right? He kept quiet.
All this one he's kept quiet.
Yeah, he kept quiet. He didn't disrupt anything.
he did.
But
He
what?
did a few games, right? Walking out the stadium.
He still win. No, but the time he walk out, he win already. You all win already. 3 goals already.
It's not.
So to me, right, okay, at that point of time, we were assuming, because see, at that point of time when he walked out, we were thinking, this guy is selfish.
I'm supporting him that time.
Yeah, that's why I said, that's why, see, now we are confused. At that time that you are supposed to be supporting him, you are not supposed to be supporting him, you support him. But now you're supposed to be the other way around, you are not. It's very confusing.
I'm just waiting Roy Keane to see whether is there any flip coins. But I think
It's like what we think about Arteta. Then after watching All or Nothing, we change our view.
I'm so sorry.
Or different.
I'm always feel that Arteta would be able to lead your team.
Same here, bro.
No. Let's rewind back to last season.
Hey,
No,
you can rewind. I gave one season, right?
Yeah, but
he
I
was
gave
season.
you at the start of the
Oh, you
season.
believe.
Progress.
I gave at the start of the season.
Then
I
why
know.
you never stay on with
Because you
Ronaldo?
can't
Stay on.
No.
Don't believe in Ronaldo. I
Okay,
think.
then why Real didn't stay on? There's always that.
Because Rio, right, he has to make a stand with CR7. You must understand that he is a Manchester United, if not say legend, he is
One of the best centre back lah.
yes, one of the best. He's a figure for Manchester United. If he supports CR7, he don't have 450 million followers.
Actually-
if he cannot abandon, he got nothing.
Actually, got one player
Right.
I haven't really hear TikTok or in the media has spoken.
Who? I see.
Ian Wright.
Gary Neville.
Alex
Wayne
Ferguson.
Rooney.
Alex Ferguson.
No.
Now we want-
Player.
Player.
Patrick
Patrick
Evra.
Vieira.
Evra.
Oh, Evra got say what?
I don't have the chance to or find
Evra
the,
said before. Evra actually supported Ronaldo.
also support.
Yes. Before this, even before he did the interview, Evra has been a supporter of Ronaldo.
But until now,
Now I haven't go to his matches.
One
yeah,
thing about
that's the thing. I haven't seen his comment. But why the sudden change, right? It's just that last game you're not there. You report sick.
Betrayed lah. You feel betrayed lah, basically lah.
Yeah.
He feels betrayed because he has been a supporter of CR7. He feels that, I think I understand him as a CR7 fan. He feels that you are better than this, bro.
Yeah.
And you did this behind our backs and behind the club's backs. So you feel that it's a backstep from CR7
I think
by
he's
doing this
rich.
move lah.
I think he's rich enough to tear his contract and say, look, I don't need your compensation. I tear the contract, let's walk out.
I support Ronaldo because all this time, for one season, people have been doing shit on him.
Yep.
You know, fans have been doing shit on him. His ex-players who he thinks are friends are talking about him.
Yep.
Even people, management inside the club are trying to bring him down and making him scapegoat and all that. So what he's doing is just fighting back and retaliating. Why not?
Which is,
Why
to
not?
me, is true. That's why, to me, I'm neutral. Because I believe that he's a human being who's doing this. He has no other outlets to do. He wants his voice heard because he's a public figure.
Yeah.
And he got no other people to talk to, and he goes to Piers Morgan.
Yeah,
Piers Morgan
and let him,
approached
like, I think he had settled his grief
yes.
about his family and all
Correct.
that.
He's
Give him time,
settled
that's why he
already.
quiet and all that.
Then
now
now
is the time. Where
It's time for
this
him
is
to
the
go out
Ronaldo
just
that
before
can
World
fight.
Cup. Correct. Just
Yeah.
before World Cup. He's now for him to fight.
Yeah.
That's one. But secondly, I do feel that sometimes the reason that he does this is still not saying that I want a better future for
the club.
The club. That's the thing. That's the only difference there. He's not doing this for the club. He's doing this to settle his own image.
That is why I felt that the whole thing is not right. He's not going to push. If he want to better for the club, okay, he's a public figure. Rarely the billionaire of England get some friends to actually take over and rebuild the club that he loved.
Even Gary Neville also cannot do that.
Yeah, no. The thing
Even
is
the
that-
top players also
what I'm
cannot
trying
do
to
that.
say
you must
is-
understand this. Your point of view now is that if you love the club so much, he should gather. The thing is, in the first place, is not because he loved the club so much.
No,
Number one, I ask you first. If Sir Alex Ferguson loved it so much, why not Sir Alex Ferguson do this?
Oh no,
Ask
that's
the
a good
billionaire
point.
to come out.
That's a good
Why?
point. Yeah.
He doesn't want to. I tell you, even the most influential person in Manchester United, Sir Alex Ferguson, doesn't do this. Why should CR7?
Yeah, that's true. And somehow he's a player.
Yeah.
He's not a business person.
I just feel that the interview is just wrong timing.
You feel betrayed lah. I want to understand.
That's
I really understand.
something that the club need you
Yeah.
for the last game and
then
you just
I understand
disappear.
actually.
This is something that as a fan I cannot take it. I ever once don't like him because he went off to Real. But after a while I've had a player, who will reject Real Madrid? Who will reject Barcelona? If you ask Bayern Munich, I'm not saying money, but there's no one can reject the two top Spanish team. At that time,
yeah.
I can understand. He has a good career. When he come back, I feel yes, he will bring a light.
Like a proud parent, right? Looking
A proud parent.
proud
His-
parent looking
first
at a
question is-
successful son.
A proud elder brother. I only have one here.
Yeah.
The thing is,
The question is he still a Manchester United legend in fans' eyes?
Oh, okay. What in your eyes? We'll let our Manchester
In the
United
comments.
viewers
In
leave
the
in the
comments,
comments whether he's still a legend or not now. Give your
With all
give
that he
your
has done and
opinions.
plus this interview.
Yeah, and in your eyes, is he a legend still?
I don't know.
You don't feel.
Why?
So, so the mural in your heart also you take out already lah.
The mural.
The mural in
Torn.
your It's torn already,
torn.
ah.
He's
You
torn.
tear away already, the
He's torn.
mural.
Yeah. So he's
That's the stadium.
Yeah lah. Imagine the stadium is your heart. You tear away already.
Yeah. Is he still a legend? A Manchester United legend considered?
I know this question will be asked. I did have an answer. The thing that is running through my mind is, yes, somehow he is up there because of the goals. Helped the Champions League win. Scoring 40 plus goals the last season. He came back, and without him, United would not be where we are today. This season, not today. This season, it's just that you don't take MC just to do this interview, and the team almost had a draw where your team and my team points are so near, and we are so far away from the fourth position.
I understand this point.
It's legend is one thing. Legend can Donai do a kung fu kick or karate kick, but he's still being loved. But if you ask any
Idol worshipping.
like Beckham,
That's what I said.
like Beckham had the boot, had the 4-out. Isn't what Beckham some clips of him saying that the board don't believe him is exactly what Fergie did to Beckham, right? He don't believe that he take care of the kids. He went. Isn't the two icon itself has a very similar crash with the board, the club. Beckham was accused. Whether is it true or not, he was accused that he was found in Paris at some fashion show, but reported
influenced by Victoria Beckham and all that.
Okay,
Oh, it's the club. It's rotten.
but that time,
The way you twisting, you got media.
Remember?
The English
Remember
media.
right? Fergie said what?
Fergie
Victoria
don't like
Beckham.
because she's turning him.
Am I wrong? I'm not.
No. He's turning him
By the way,
into.
you say the assumption you make is English media.
For dramatic purposes.
Yes.
But the thing is, I
understand
felt that these two things that what CR7 has said, the board don't believe him, and what Beckham was being said in the press, years back, is quite mirror to each other. Which different club, different board, but same issue. Why? Because both of them, both seven, has a certain status in the world.
Public
that-
figure.
Public figure
It's like a public figure, yeah.
that will trigger people talks, and maybe Ferguson that time don't like, and maybe the board don't trust him because who knows, CR7 has made some excuse in the past, last season or something like that, and he already say that the current manager don't really like him. There's something I don't understand.
We will see in the second interview. But
2 to 3 executives in the club don't like him. Who? The Glazers. It's obviously the Glazers. But why? He's
Telling the
giving you money in your
I think
pocket.
the Glazers like him. It's just that maybe the Glazers would love him because he's been the number one shirt sales maker. It's probably some others who feel that this guy is distracting the club away from the limelight. Probably it's like putting the club in a bad limelight. Probably these are the people who don't like him. The Glazers, no matter what, sells the jersey, right? They will love him, man.